Hi everyone. You're welcome to Old Faith Love Nigeria. And this is Mrs. Fatima. How you all doing? I hope you're all doing good. So a few days ago I posted about an environment or a home where it is not healthy for your children to grow in. So today I'm going to talk about them and I will tell you what you can do if you find yourself in that situation. So now it is very important, like how you grow is actually going to affect you either negatively or positively. The environment you grow in might actually affect you either positively or negatively. So we mothers now, we have to take notes. We have to guide our children and make sure they don't live in a kind of unhealthy home or society. So here I'm going to mention briefly like the kind of home that is not healthy for your children and how you can take care of it if you find yourself in that kind of scenario. So one, make sure your children do not grow in a violent home or society. Now, when a home is violent, like maybe you are always fond of eating your partner, or your partner is that kind of a violent person, and any little thing is it leads to a physical abuse. You might not know your children are watching you, and whatever children grow with, whatever they watch, whatever they see or hear when they were growing up, is going to be part of them till they grow up. So sometimes you might not know they are seeing the way you behave with your partner, they are seeing how you actually relate with your partner. This is going to affect their mental, like their mental health. It might affect their mental health if you are fond of eating your partner or you're fond of being violent and all that. So they are watching you. Sometimes they might think this is the actual real way of growing, like this is the um real way of life, like it is normal for you to eat someone when someone do any slight mistake, like there's normal for you to eat someone like an adult eating an adult, like might think it's normal. But the moment you continue this way in the presence of your children and they grow like that, they will think like it is a normal thing. They might start being violent at a point in time. They might just start being violent, maybe in the school, try to fight and all that, try to show their anger with being violent. So you have to stop. If you are with a partner that likes to eat you, or you likes to eat him whenever you get so provoked, or even sometimes violent people does not actually needs to be much more provoked. Sometimes they transfer aggression. Sometimes they have like this mental issue that actually come up sometimes, and they just tend to be violent whenever it it's eroding them. So you have to be watchful of where your children living. If you find yourself in this kind of scenario, you can actually meet a therapist with your partner, or you talk about it and you try to make change. You try all possible best for him or her to change. And if there is no change, that environment is not healthy for your child. Now, two, a home where love is totally lost. You might not know, like, if there is love in a home, your children will actually witness it, they will actually enjoy it, But if love is lost, it's going to affect them, because how you are supposed to relate with your partner, how you are supposed to relate with your children is going to be totally lost. And you might not know they are watching you, it is a norm, like, okay, you are in a marriage with with someone, and you try to be cheerful around that person. You kind of crack joke, sometimes go out, spend holiday together, go for shopping together, you eat and you dine together, laugh, crack joke, stuff like that. But when this kind of a thing is lost in a home, your children are going to feel it, like, okay, I've never seen my mom playing with my dad before. I've never seen my dad, grabbing my mom hand. I've never seen my dad kissing my mom on the cheek, stuff like that. They never learn it, like they never grow in such home. They never experience it. This is going to affect the way they grow as well, because they might grow up not to be loving. So try to make sure your child lives in an environment that actually practice love, that actually practice care. Affection is going to do a lot in your child growing up. Even if you don't have even if your child does not have a mom or does not have a dad, if you're a single parent, you can extend love to them. You can just let them know that, let them feel love, let them know that fine, this is love and this is how you show love to other people. This is going to help your children while they grow. Then another thing is that try to avoid a situation whereby your child is living in a kind of home or society that smokes so much. you know Smoking, well, smoking is legalized in some part, and it depends on what actually you smoke. But when you are a chronic smoke, like when you are a heavy drunkard, it is not healthy when your child live in such environment. Smokers, drinkers, if it is getting too much, it might actually lead to you being like the child will try what you've been trying. If you're someone that you actually smoke or drink, your child might just be like, this thing, I actually want to try it out. From there, they are going to start at, some children actually start at a very young age, and the father might not even know, because you might be like, this thing is for adults, but your children, they are very, very, they want to explore, they want to know what is going on in the environment, they want to know why you take this, they want to know what is actually there. They might actually go behind you to check it out, and if they are kind of comfortable with it, you might see them doing it when in your absence. And from there, as a child, they might not be able to control how much they drink or how much they smoke. So this is how it's developed into a habit, and by the time you know it, it's going to be very difficult for you to curb them or to stop them from doing it. And it might actually get out of hand. It might just see themselves being like taking hard drugs and all that. So you have to be mindful of where your children actually grows in. So if you are in that kind of, and again, try to make sure your child live in an environment that is kind of godly to an extent. At least an atom of being godly should exist in a home or environment. If you are in a kind of area whereby the area is always full of thugs, always full of people that are violent, like always full of crime scene and all that, this kind of society is not good for your children. You have to move to a place that is at least guided. And sometimes the society your child lives in, maybe your child go to a school in that kind of a society, and most people in that society, they are full of crime scene. So their children and your children are going to mix together in a school, and all that, your child might actually learn what you don't know from there. So try to live in a kind of society whereby your child will mix with children that actually are from a good home and good background. So all this is going to have an effect in your child, and you might not know, like it's affecting your child mentally and all that. And sometimes, and you might not know, but this is the best for you. So if you find yourself in a home that will be violent or stuff like that, you have to try your best. You have to try to move away from that society. Like if you find yourself in a society that is full of crime scene, try as much as possible to move away from there. Try a very nice location or more better location that is being healthy for your children. If you are with a partner that is full of violence and all that, it is very safe for you and your child to move away from that uh, place. Like you can just go, like, request for his separation, and after that you can tell your partner to visit a therapist in order for him to change one or two things about him, so that by the time you come back together, maybe he might have been a changed person. And if he's not a changed person, please, you have to guide yourself, and you also have to guide and protect your child as well. So thank you for watching. This is just the little video I have for you for today, and next week I'll be bringing another topic for you. And if you have a topic you want me to talk about, do bring it into my inbox. Thank you, and do have a lovely day. Bye bye.